What's up, weirdos? Enough about the mustache! I know, I'm not happy about it either, but today, this one is so good. And by good, I mean, like, truly horrible. Whenever I get to make a commentary video about, like, some just TikTok drama, I get so excited. Like this one especially. When I talk about boneheaded, and I'm talking numbskull, these parents, okay, the Jenkins family, if we're going by username, it's the Jenkins Resilience Crew. They're a TikTok multicultural family of 6 going on 7. And if you look right here, there's an Amazon link to buy them things. Okay, it's gonna be, when I start this video, you just gotta stick with me. They have a terrible living situation. Mrs. Jenkins got with Mr. Jenkins. She had 2 kids from a previous relationship. He had 1 kid from a previous relationship. Wink, more on that later. That's not true. Teaser! And then they had 1 together. So there's 4, and she's pregnant. 7 people in 1 house. Oh, and by house, I mean 1-bedroom apartment. And this is where I gotta say, stick with me, because I'm not gonna say like, oh, you're broke, you shouldn't have kids. The drama surrounding them is a lot different than just people living in poverty and having kids. Like, I wouldn't make a video if it was just that. But the whole thing around this is the way that they're treating their kids and raising their kids isn't like, oh, they're doing the best with what they have. It's kind of like this right here is where all of the kids sleep. And if you look at it, oh, little jump right there. This is all like kitchen and then living area. A lot of apartments are like that. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. But I mean, if I'm just looking at this still frame right here, you know, doesn't look sufficient to have 4 kids, especially when you're having them sleeping on the literal ground. That alone, I don't think it's enough to go viral, but the living conditions were like notable enough that people were like taking note. This video right here though, of her showing like the kitchen and everything, I mean, kitchen/bedroom for 4 kids, it has almost 12 million views now. So it definitely blew up. A lot of people talking about like the safety concerns of a kid just being unattended, like in the middle of the night, they could just walk into the kitchen and start chugging chemicals. You know how toddlers do. But for real, like actual genuine safety concerns of like, should these kids be living like this? Cut to them posting this video right here. This is where everything went crazy. Dad taking his first evening off in 150 plus days so him and the kids have a gaming sesh. Look at the room that they're in. Look at the room that they're in and look at the gaming console that they're playing on right there. By the way, that they're playing on, it's just the dad holding the controller and he's playing. This is indicative of so much about this husband. His husband is dead. Oh my God, we're gonna get into his stuff. But a PS5 is expensive. The type of expensive that you would say, and I don't wanna be one of those people who's like, well, if you're poor, you shouldn't be able to have fun. No, I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying, you got 4 kids sleeping on like just foam mattresses on the floor in the living room. It's right next to the kitchen. And there's 4 of them in one small like room. You got another one on the way. A baby is gonna be there. And you have your own room with a nice bed, LED lights everywhere, nice TV, speaker, PS5, and you got bro sitting right there, just enjoying his quiet space. This man right here, when I tell you, when we dig deep, it is going to get bad. But this alone was enough for me and everybody else to go, Doug, sell your PS5 and get a cheap ass bunk bed off of Amazon. And that is what people have been screaming at them in their comments for the last week. For your information, a triple bunk bed on Amazon twin size is only $189. You can afford 3 of those for the cost of your PS5 alone. Yeah, bedroom, game system, TV, big bed, neon lights, kids sleeping in the kitchen. As long as the husband is happy, that's all that matters, right? Where's Child Protective Services like actually? Now, if it was just this already, how are you gonna have a 1-bedroom apartment? You have 4 kids, you have a bed. How are you not gonna put any of the kids in the actual bed? You're gonna put them all in a kitchen that you close the door to when you go to sleep so that they're just unattended, 4 kids in the living room right next to the kitchen. Like, I say living room, kitchen. With, by the way, lice. Rip to my hair. This is the damage done after having to treat lice for months on end. That comb is terrible on your hair.
Oh boy, that moment when you got lice.
Yeah, I bet lice sucks. Yeah, sell the PS5, dude. Sell the PS5. As difficult as this situation looks for the kids, and you know, also his wife, she's kind of Really, I'm having a lot of sympathy for the kids because I don't really like her. The kids have it really tough, and if you love your kids, which I don't know how much you do if you're in a bed with a PS5 and they're just sleeping on a foam mattress in the kitchen. But if you love your kids so much, he hasn't taken a day off work in 150 plus days. This guy must be incredibly hardworking. This guy must be doing everything that it takes. Well, confusingly, let's watch this clip right here where he's talking about how it's just not a good idea for him to get a job.
Why don't I DoorDash? DoorDash is like having a W-2. No, nothing's wrong with a W-2. There's no W-2 that's gonna give me $30+ an hour right off the jump of what I need. I've been working since I've been 18 years old. Maybe one of us can work night shift. I worked night shift for 10 years, and she worked night shift for like 6 years. Night shift is not the business anymore. You can do that when you're younger. You can do that you can do that actually anytime, but it's always a choice.
Some key information there that we're gonna wanna remember. Why don't I DoorDash? It's a W-2. What? What? It's like it's a job. Do that so that they can help you like take out the taxes, stuff like that. Why don't you want a W-2? That's what a lot of people were thinking when he was saying stuff like this. But then also the stuff of being like, a W-2 is not gonna get you $30 an hour. Okay, dog, you don't have a job. So far, you're making $0 an hour. Also, kind of conflicting with he hasn't taken a day off in 150 plus days. Well, in doing a little digging, unless I'm tripping, this means something. This doesn't look like a job that makes you money.
What's a soulmate?
It's well, it's like a best friend, but more.
I'm sorry. She posted a time-lapse video of her cleaning with an audio about like, God, my soulmate. And the caption says, every day, my hubby gets up at 5:30 a.m. to start his morning. He spends every waking hour calculating and making moves to better our family's life. So there's 150 days that he hasn't taken off of work. His work has been waking up early and calculating, making moves. When a jobless man with a PS5 tells you, no, I can't work a W-2, they're not gonna give me $30 an hour. I'm also definitely not gonna work night shift. I mean, yeah, technically it is a choice and I could do it, but I'm choosing not to because I don't want to. I don't actually want that. I don't want $30 an hour. What I'd rather do, I think it's a little bit more valuable if I wake up, calculate, and make moves. While you were sitting there making money, I was sitting there making niche, making move. The video continues and she has this to say. He constantly feels like he's not providing enough and comes home exhausted, hungry, and ready to drop for the night. But he's gone? Why is he gone? If all he had to do is calculate and make moves and he's not willing to DoorDash because it's a W-2, what's he coming home exhausted from? If he's not making money, what is he doing? She continues and says, my goal every day as his wifey is to support his goals, feed him good food, and make sure he can come home to a relaxing room to reset, as well as do anything I can from home to help kickstart the small businesses we both have planned to grow our lives. We've both planned small businesses. What this means is that they have smoked the marijuana and sat together and talked like, you know what would be sick? Had like soap and I cleaned people's like car tires and then they paid me a lot of money for it. I saw a TikTok that somebody did that once. Not kidding, by the way. That's exactly what he did. He's sitting there, by the way, acting like he's a car detailer. Which, by the way, remember that Amazon wish list that they had? Well, a couple things on that Amazon wish list were car cleaner right here and car cleaning stuff. So he got people to send him this stuff for free and he's sitting there crouched like that, afraid to get his pants wet. I'm sorry, I don't wanna big dog on this guy, but if you're gonna be a car detailer, you gotta be able to get your fucking knees wet. He is like a little princess. He's a little man who's like, oh, you know what? I could provide for my family and get my kids to stop sleeping on the floor. All I need to do is sit and calculate, make some moves, and then have people buy some stuff for me so that I can then half-ass a little, I guess I'll put some soap on the lug nuts. Dude, be a man. I'm sorry, like, you know, not like there's a whole thing, but be a man! You cannot let a boy with painted nails out-chop you in wood. And trust me, look at the way he's utilizing that little soap brush. This is a princess. He's not getting in the crevices the way that he needs to. He's sitting there, look at this wide shot. He's sitting there, crouched down, put your knees on the ground and get some fucking elbow grease in there. Drew is starting a car detailing side gig. This man never stops thinking of ways to bring in money for his growing family. Drew extensively researches car detailing with every opportunity he gets. Okay, well, has he ever considered that potentially if you're gonna be doing a dirty job, you should be willing to get your fucking hands dirty? He's holding the back of the brush like this, so he's like, I don't want the soap to get on my fingers. I gotta put my feet down so that my butt doesn't get wet. Are you kidding me? You have 4 kids sleeping on foam mattresses in your living room, and you've just been doing a lot of research on car detailing. Usually, like, I'm calculating, making moves on like how I could be a better car detailer. You will never be a car detailer if you can't put your knees in some soapy suds. It is not an issue of research, Drew. Sorry, it sounds like I'm getting too angry, but oh my God, we're gonna get more. Because remember when I said he had 1 kid before? Oh, he just had 1 kid before? Tell me why a woman who has his firstborn son is coming out on TikTok talking about how he has not paid thousands in child support. This is Nails by Arlita.
He has more than one son. Hi, I'm the first baby mama. I'm absolutely embarrassed the fact that that's my sperm donor.
Yeah. Arlita, as we will come to see, is a beacon of everything that I want. I don't know what that means. Oh my God, the feelings that I have about Drew, she expresses them so eloquently and so perfectly, and it's from somebody who it will actually cut him to his core, because it's his ex with his child that he's left. I'm so glad that she's saying this stuff to him, because look at this part.
Since everybody wants to kind of chime in, that man that everybody's saying they have two loving parents walked out of his son's life when he was 2. Okay, haven't seen his son since he was 5, and that's because I reached out to him to come to his kindergarten graduation.
All right, so the last time that this guy saw his 12-year-old son was 7 years ago for his kindergarten graduation. Imagine you have a child. Your DNA is that is like a piece of you. Oh my God, how lucky you are. How many people want that? I don't, for a why. He's in love. But to just ghost that kid after 7 years, dog, you're a piece of, I don't want to say, you're a piece of tablespoon of it. Yeah, you're a teaspoon. You're not even half. I mean, come on, little man. So there's that, but then she talks about court. Because one thing about a deadbeat dad, the biggest thing on his shoulder will always be like, yeah, court. No, I got a court case. I got to show the court case.
No, I have to kind of keep him at bay and let him know myself. But, yeah, Andrew, I hope you showed up to your court case for your child support. That was on October 2nd. It is October 29th. See, she said in her live earlier that God has been blessing them. No, baby. God ain't blessing you.
Yeah, that man is a curse. Sorry. You can marry the man, but he's a certified BUM. I love Kendrick Lamar. And this is what's great about people who have just been posting online, wanting attention. Talking about the Jenkins family. They finally get it. There's no PR training. I mean, look at the couple. They are not PR obviously. But it makes this TikTok drama so much juicier than when there's celebrity drama, because they went on live and talked about this. How do you not know? I guess it's because everybody's commenting, but not enough for them to just delete the videos.
Let's address the child support thing.
Child support, okay. The child support and child. I have the one other child, Anthony. I've been paying child support via garnishments ever since I can remember.
I've been paying garnishments ever since I can remember. Yeah. Do you know what garnishments means, Andrew? This is from the US Department of Labor. Oh man, when a Phil Cooper video goes to a .gov, you know it got real. Wage garnishment is a legal procedure in which a person's earnings are required by court order to be withheld by an employer for the payment of a debt, such as child support. Are you used to the mustache yet? I don't know. Sophia said that she really likes it, but I think that she's just trying to make me look weird as a joke. I don't actually think that. She's over there, by the way. She's over there laughing. I don't have her on a foam mattress. The fact that he said, I've been paying wage garnishments. Yeah, it's required by a court order to be withheld by an employer for the payment of a debt such as child support. Oh, I can't use Uber Eats. By the way, shout out Uber Eats. I can't use Uber Eats because that's a W-2 job. Hey, dude, you literally just said that they are taking wage garnishments from you for child support because you are refusing to pay child support. And you are also saying that regardless of how much money a W-2 makes, I don't want it. I want to make my money off the books so that my son, who I have a legal obligation to be paying child support to, nah, you know what? That kid I brought in this world, man, fuck him. You know what? If you want some money to live, you're gonna have to take it out of my fucking bank account without my consent. A baby and a woman who I loved enough to make a baby with? Fuck him, man. That's who Andrew is with his little princess, I have to go detail the car because I saw TikTok. Oh, I have to. Oh my God, you're not a man. A fucking man would get his ass wet in the soap, get that soap on his fucking fingers, and would be getting in those lug nuts if it got him $5 to provide for his kids. But you were sitting here going, $30? But then the court is gonna take some of the money from that because it's from an actual job. And then I'm gonna do something that I absolutely should be doing anyways. I've got all this money. He's so selfish. Cut back to the vlog that she made singing this man's praises. Peasing this man's praises. What? My man has endless potential. He has dreams and desires like any other human soul. He deserves any and every opportunity to achieve a fulfilling life. No, he doesn't. I hate to tell you this about your husband. I hate to say it. The man is a bomb. Everybody's got endless dreams and desires. That's part of the beauty of being a human being. What you shouldn't have is a man who's like, you know what? I want to have the big bed. I want the king bed for me. I want the PS5 so I can sit there with my LED lights and play Skyrim remastered 4K. And you know what? Fuck my kids. Let me close the door, put them on some foam bullshit out there, let them deal with the lice by themselves. I'm sitting in the castle. I'm the king of the world. We are dealing with a bomb. Now we got a video of her right here, wrapping this man up, tucking him in a blankie, hitting him with a massage gun on his legs, saying, I'd give my left ovary to give this man a life without so much struggle. Alexander Jenkins, you, oh my god, that is your pregnant wife!
Massaging you with a massage gun, tucking you in. Oh,
She spent the entire day cleaning, taking care of your fucking four kids, growing the fifth one, while you have been sitting outside calculating, making moves on nobody's car. By the way, I cannot imagine anybody's hiring this guy. When you see your car detailer out there going like this, you are not recommending. Trust me, I know a lot of car detailers. This frame right here, don't piss me off. You wanna see a really cool video just to see what it's like in their household? And then I wanna get back to our leader. I just wanted to kind of show you their vibe.
Listen, you're finna hate me for this one, but this is my fifth child, okay? Gentle parenting don't do shit. I will not raise my kids with gentle parenting. You got me bent back sideways.
You got me bent back sideways. If you think I'm gonna do the thing a lot of psychologists are saying, I'm gonna give my kids less trauma. You must have me bent over backwards sideways. My son is freaking out. Maybe it's because he is stuck on a foam mattress with 3 other kids in one room with like nothing while his dad closes the door, plays a bunch of games, and makes moves all day while he's got lice investigating. Maybe he's acting up because the life that you have put him into is one of a complete lack of respect for him. It's like you have these kids and you're like, I want to have more kids, I want to have more kids. By the way, saying stuff like this, help a girl out. My hubby said if we can flip our financial position, this doesn't have to be our last baby. I'm really not ready to start having babies yet. Hey girl, you should be. This is what the situation is, and y'all clearly cannot make self-sacrifices in order to provide for your kids. No, I gotta give my husband a massage all day and whoop my kids' asses. Whoop 'em. Come on now, hey, you been running around butt naked screaming, itching yourself all day? Let me whoop you. Or as she would say, I'm finna beat yo ass. Which is a little bit interesting if you notice her and I's skin color.
Listen, you're finna hate me for this one, but
Listen, you finna hate me for this one, but yeah, I put my kids in a dog shit situation, and then when they act up, because obviously they're going to, I whoop them. And when it comes time to get a job, like do anything to provide for them at all, what I'd rather do is go online, say, I'm thinking about what to do, I'm thinking about what to do, I'm thinking. Oh, I got an Amazon wish list right here. Matter of fact, everybody buy it. And then obviously, because people are seeing that these kids need help, people are buying shit off their Amazon wish list, and it's conflicting. Well, it's not conflicting. It's good that the kids are getting things that the kids need. That's not conflicting. But there's also an element there of you are just like showing how bad of a life you are actively putting your kids, like, by the way, choosing to. Nobody would be upset with you if your husband was sleeping on the ground while you were pregnant and having like one of the kids sleep on the bed, maybe selling a PS5. By the way, they got a bunk bed. Literally today, they got a bunk bed, and Believe it or not, Andrew is not very capable and he built it like shit. And is it actually built by shit? Listen, I give it about a month before we get an update of, well, the bunk bed broke, but it's not like they are in a bad situation asking for help on like a GoFundMe. I think like everybody has somebody that they knew in their past that has like posted on their Instagram story like a GoFundMe of like, oh, I got a toxic housing situation, like my roommates are crazy. And the person who posts that is like, that's definitely the kind of person who would be in a situation like that. And you're just like, oh my God, let's help him out. Let's help him get out of this toxic roommate situation. There's that type of stuff of like posting on TikTok or Instagram and asking for, you know, monetary support. But it's like a million times worse to do this. It's showing the horrible situation that your kids are in. Everybody telling you that you're putting your kids in a horrible situation because of your selfishness. Again, cannot emphasize this enough. They don't have money, and what it would take to get money would require being a good person. But if I make money, then I'd have to pay child support, and I don't want to do that because I don't even like that kid, and I don't think he deserves it. You are just a bad person. And if you scroll through their entire account, it's like they just come across as like a unique combination of dumb and selfish. And listen, they're getting money, they're getting attention now. They are clearly responding to the comments. I don't think that if they started getting money that they would be doing the things that they're doing right now. I think that a lot of the things they're doing are things that their audience is saying that they want them to do, like get the bunk bed. So they were like, well, if we do this, then there's nobody gonna have the problem with it. But that's not what it's about. That's the first thing that people caught attention to. But this whole Arlita situation as well, with like the hidden secret kid that he's been not paying child support for and is actively avoiding getting employment specifically so that he doesn't have to pay child support, harming his old kid. I mean, it's still his kid, and his current kids, they're all his kids. He's just a jackass who's like ostracized one of them because he's a piece of, I don't want to say it, like these are not kids who we should be having a lot of sympathy and empathy for the parents of like, they're trying their best, it's a difficult situation. Obviously we'll have empathy for people, you know, if you're making like no money, but you are making personal sacrifices and doing everything you can to provide for your kids, there is a certain level of empathy that people will always extend. That is not applicable here. Oh, damn, applicable. It's not applicable to Andrew, or should I say
Andrew Alexander Jenkins.
Andrew Alexander Jenkins. And then she went and showed AAG himself's court documents. And I think that after all that we're going through in this video, specifically in this Andrew section, it's gonna be very cathartic to hear her say these things.
Do you want me to send you the message that I sent you back in August with the affidavit? You fucking cluck. Do you? Oh, Andrew, do you want me to go back to my messenger? To my messenger. Do you want me to go back to my messenger? I could pull up all the shit. I don't care how many jobs you had. You never stayed at one. And when he was getting a little itty bitty bit, he wasn't getting much. I remember getting in my account that from the state of Oregon, they sent me 5 cents, nigga. They sent me 5 cents, nigga. You ain't paid much. Sit up there with that bitch. You got me fucked up. I will air your shit out, nigga.
Oh my God. Sorry, I just had to let her rock on that one. Oh my God. 5 cents? Andrew, you got a PS5. You got your wife begging on TikTok live for money for your 4 kids that are sleeping on the ground while your wife is tucking you in and massaging you after a hard day at work of, imagining, thinking about plans, researching, making moves. Literally sitting there, feet up, knuckle deep in some YouTube shorts about conspiracy theories and card detailing videos, and him going, I have an idea that will fix my whole situation as well as keep my ex and that stupid baby of mine from having any money. That's who you are. How are you that person? And you just carry on living being you. How do you not change? Because he's dumb. Like, it's just like a lack of self-awareness that can only be described as dolt, dim-witted, knuckleheaded, the common town square fool. I could go on. I'm sorry. I hate this guy. If I didn't see that card detailing video, I could think, okay, maybe there's some world where he's actually making moves. Like, maybe he's actually gonna just hit that thing.
Can I polish your lug nut, please? Just don't tell my ex-girlfriend.
Dude, I can't, so yeah, that's why everybody hates him. Let me show you a little bit more though. But also, I want to take us a little bit further back, because this is like the stuff that's been happening that everybody's like, justifiably hating him for, but I want to take a deeper dive to some of their earlier videos.
There's plenty of space in the world for pebbles and sand. There's only so much space for boulders.
So what was she cooking there with that? What are we talking about? Why are we popping on TikTok with riddles saying, I want to slap my kid's bare ass? What? When a gentle parenter judges my old-fashioned no BS parenting. I don't think that gentle parenters would call it old-fashioned no BS parenting. I think they would call it your children who are acting up for very justifiable reasons, pulling their shorts down and just giving them unnecessary whooping. Like, I think that's what they call it. But say again?
There's plenty of space in the world for pebbles and sand. There's only so much space for boulders.
There's plenty of space for pebbles in the sand? What? And then what?
There's only so much space for boulders.
There's only so much space for boulders. Okay, when a gentle parenter judges my old-fashioned no BS parent. So this is like POV, a gentle parenter judges your, so is the message from the gentle parenter here. Hey girl who whoops her kids, there's plenty of space for pebbles in the sand, but there's only so much room for boulders. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe POV, a gentle parenter just came up to me, and you, old-fashioned OBS parenting Mog, hey Lib, there's plenty of space for pebbles in the sand, but only so much room for boulders. I don't understand it at all. And this is not to get into a discussion around gentle parenting versus, a light spanking. That's not what it's about. I'm just saying 2 videos about it, and one of them you're looking like me throwing out a finna. Yo, I'm finna whoop my kid. And then in another one going, pebbles in sand, 1,000 boulders, 1,000 man. Like, what? But there is one consistent thing. Whooping. She's also got this one right here, which, might I say, is so real. TikTok algorithm be worse than W2ing with them low-life coworkers you watch get all the credit. Because tell me why I have crap views and better content than half this app. TikTok algorithm be worse than W2ing. The fact that she has W2ing as slang, Andrew Alexander. Oh, wait, is it Aaron Alexander Jenkins? Did I say G earlier? Fuck, I meant J. Anybody who noticed that right now going, oh my God, call back. But AAJ must be in her ear being like, W2 is the fucking man. It's the fucking man. Them low-life co-workers. You remember when you were Uber Eatsing and your low-life co-worker used to get all the credit? Duh! Uber Eats is not, like, you don't have co-workers in that way. But the fact that this is an ongoing conversation in their household, it tells me everything I need to know about old AAJ. It's all right, old AAJ. Isn't there like Ali and AJ? Is AJ the guy who's always on stage popping his shirt off when he hits a wrong note? is that him? All right, anyways, that's niche. No, is it? Keep going. Tell me why I have crap views and better content than half this app. Let's look at the content she's posting in this era. At the end of the day, we're sociologists, we're archaeologists, we're paleontologists, any kind of ologists. This is the better content that she's talking about. Y'all, there's only 92 days till Christmas. I had a goal to go viral before Christmas and maybe even make some extra funds to give my kids a Christmas. The countdown is as fast as a parent. What are we talking about here? The countdown is as fast as a parent. Are parents known to be fast? Me when I'm a parent. Y'all know how parents are like fast as hell, fastest kid on the playground, can run and are like strong as shit. Dog, this coffee is strong as hell, like a parent. It's like veterans. This coffee is strong as a marine. This is the content that she's like, dog, why don't I get any views? Y'all, there's only 92 days till Christmas. Let me open my freezer real quick. Can I go viral? I will say, I gotta give her credit. She did say this, which kind of cooked me.
I'm just glad that I'm the bitch being talked about and not the sad, salty, unhappy bitch doing the talking. Oh! Oh!
Everybody's talking about how I've put my kids in a situation that can only be described as terrible as a result of my stupidity and selfishness. And whose then frantic behavior, because they're losing their minds, I discipline that. They're talking about me! Yeah, it's better to be me than them. Listen, I think there's a difference between that and popping out wearing a crop top, letting your belly button out. I think that's a little different from having a mustache for a second and then posting a video in it and then getting DMs from your friends being like, oh my God, guess who just messaged me saying that your mustache sucks? Stuff like that. Actually, that sounds like I'm telling the truth. That's actually not true. I don't think that's a good thing. Maybe that's just me. Wait, sorry, but that's me. By the way, I wanted to go viral by Christmas. Girl, you are. I wish I'd said that earlier. Well, hey girl, you did. Got it. Anyways, look at this video that she posted with old Andrew.
These memories
In audio, these memories. James Blunt somewhere like, right? POV, daddy's girl said, I need a snack, and he got right on it. Healthy snacks for my girls. Me when I'm on a road trip with my friends and I go into a gas station and I bring back a bunch of energy drinks and Doritos and Slim Jims. Healthy snacks for my girls. And we're both so happy and ate it up. Thanks for loving our girls, babe. So what I'm seeing is he put packaged celery, carrots, blueberries, and strawberries into a Tupperware that has two sides. I was gonna say but there wasn't. That was worth making a TikTok. This was such a gesture from him that it required a TikTok. Oh, wait, he cut up the strawberries. And if you count it up, okay, that's 2 strawberries. So take one, divide it. So he did 2 strokes of the knife. Okay, babe, I'm making moves. I'm making moves. And it sucks because I think it's important to remember that these are real people here. And like, I'm sure he does have genuinely positive qualities. I'm sure but after seeing all this stuff, even posts like this, which it's like, yes, if I didn't know the context and this popped up on my For You page, I'd be like, this is a sweet post. It's my handsome man's 35th birthday. I can't do anything for him. Can y'all just say happy birthday and hell yeah for making it to 35? And if I saw that without any context, I'd be like, you know what? They're making it happen. They're doing it. There's Huggies there. Bro looks like he might have changed a diaper. But knowing what we know about him, I just look at that and I go, you're 35 and you had 5 cents in child support and you won't work a job because that job will be legally required to give some of that money to the child that you have been evading giving any funding to. That's your child as well. Like you do have the responsibility. It's not just on her. And you won't get a job for that. So you also won't get a job for the other kids that you have. And you're getting this girl pregnant again. And the only thing that you'll do is think, consider, research, imagination, make moves, and come up with the idea to get on some asphalt like this. That's what I see. And you're 35. I'm 10 years younger than you. How are you me plus a decade? And you don't have fundamental easy ass concept, just be a good person. Oh my God. How do we make somebody be a good person? Is it by criticizing them online? I come from within, AAJ, and it's really hard to see why all of these obvious factors of thinking about anybody other than yourself. It seems like you've got all the different reasons in the world. A family of beautiful kids and a kid who, by all accounts, is a great kid. Let's hear a little bit from Arlita on that.
My son doesn't have to worry about anything. He's in a loving home. He has grandparents. He has his aunties, his uncles, close family members that are surrounded. My son is loved and he knows he's loved. And I'm so glad I kept my son out of that situation.
That's who we're dealing with. You got it. You have all the reasons to not be selfish, and you've got your kids sleeping on foam mattresses while you sit on your ass playing your PlayStation 5, only then buying them anything that they could potentially consider near the bare minimum from you as a father, only after intense, overwhelming public scrutiny and criticism, and won't do anything for anybody in his life who bomb. And at the end of the day, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Thank you so much for watching this one. I told you, this one is so juicy. Did you forget about the mustache halfway through? I feel like I did. I love you. Please subscribe.
Yes, I am the mustache man. The mustache man is me. I'll have this dance, I'll drink this tea, and have it with sugar and cream. I'll take one jump, another more, up into the sky. But when I stop and twirl this stash, I must see, I don't know how it ends.